Hello peoples, welcome back to another episode of Pet Battle World Quests. Today our opponent is Bodhi Sunwayver. Bodhi Sunwayver. Grandmaster Pet Tamer. He's a surfer dude blood elf. He's got 3 pets, although you can only see one of them here before you fight him. The first one is a... what is it? Bird? Bird. Bird is the word. I forget. Well, if I look at my own pets, I can figure it out. Chi-Chi. So it's a water pet that has oral pool. Well, let's just jump right in. It's pretty easy to go to counter. First pet is a Crabby with whirlpool. I've gone with Chi-Chi because he's a flying pet. He does extra damage to aquatic pets. And Alpha Strike really does help out. However, he does have Surge, which is an attack that always goes first, which sort of negates about Alpha Strike's extra damage. But don't worry. Most of the time, well, more like half the time, you can get the double damage off, because he won't use Surge all the time. He'll start with Whirlpool. An interesting thing, you can't use Ethereal to keep Whirlpool from being applied, so first thing he does is Whirlpool. I'm just going to hit him with Alpha Strike. And usually when I send out my Chi-Chi, I tell him to put up Tranquility, but I won't ever put it up against Itchy here. Now this turn I went first, because he's not going to use Surge, he's going to use Renewing Mist on himself. Now this turn he will use Surge, however I can get Ethereal off, so that I can dodge the Whirlpool damage. And stay above half health to keep that little flying pet bonus active. So he doesn't need to refresh Renewing Mist, and Whirlpool is still on cooldown, so he's going to Surge. However, next turn I think he will be able to apply Whirlpool. So that'll let me go first and kill him. There we go. Next pet is Salty Bird. Salty Bird is a bird. He's got Slicing Wind, Cyclone, and Hawkeye. Hawkeye increases his crit chance by a lot, which can be bad because Cyclone can deal damage to your backline pets. So rather than try and take him out slowly with Chi-Chi, I'm going to take him out quicker with Nexus Whelpling so that the backline damage is minimized. Oh, and for Chi-Chi, he's pretty hard to get, but there are plenty of flying pets with Alpha Strike. Maybe I could find one here. Oh yeah, some moths have it, Alpha Strike, there is. And they are pretty fast. And you can use Cocoon Strike to avoid damage from Whirlpool, hopefully. It does avoid damage from one attack, but Whirlpool happens at the end of the turn, so if it happens on a Surge turn, I don't know. Do they have something else that you can use instead? Well, I'm sure there's some unique pet with a certain ability to load out. So, Nexus Whelpling, usually the one I choose for flying pets. Arcane Storm and Mana Surge usually does the trick. There we go. I almost forgot to push the button there. And he is dead next turn. Usually Nexus Whelpling can take out the next pet on his own. Sometimes not. And when that is the case, you can pretty much pick any pet. I chose Ghostly Skull because he works against humanoid pets. Grommet, the Murloc. And so the last round of Arcane Surge, is that what it's called? Mana Surge, takes Grommet down to about this much. And what I do now is, usually I use Tail Sweep. Because I go second, that deals extra damage. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that is the right move. Because Arcane Storm's damage is split among all enemy pets, there's one left, so Grommet would take the full amount. However, Tail Sweep does more. I do realize he's a dragon, so he does take more damage from Grommet. Now, I don't know why, but Grommet could just punch me again, which works well on dragons, but for some reason, the very next thing he does is Stampede, which doesn't kill me most of the time. There we go, I'm still alive, and I take him out with Tail Sweep. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Well, that's it. Bodhi Sunwayver complete. I won Artifact Power, great. Thank you. Well, that's it. You can get these pets, where you get Ghostly Skull is bought in Dalaran Sewers, the Dalaran in Northrend, mind you. Next is Whelpling in Koldara, also in Northrend. And another Whelpling, I've showed this in a previous video, you can get him from the Stormborn Brood Mother, I'm not sure on the name, but... Or is it? It's across the bridge at Redshall. And I think right about here-ish. Yeah, it's a rare spawn, and the Whelpling drops from that. Next pet battle I'm going to do is against Trapper Yarun, and after that, the Maw. Okay, and well, this has been Pet Battle World Quests against Bodhi Sunwayver. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to follow along with this series or anything else on my channel, you can subscribe as well. Next time, yep, I already told you what I'm going to do. And until then, be swell, stay well, and farewell.